Hello everybody, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some UnderRail, shall we? Let's go take a look around the Institute of Tchort. We got our run of the place now. We can just talk to who we want to, and like this Tchortist minister, or this acolyte, or this amazing staircase. So, you know, I don't know who to give credit for this place. Like, they've got the Tchort iconography rolling around, but is the artwork and the decor Biocore, or is it them? All right, so we get to make another decision about which faction we want to work for. All right, and can I talk to you? Minister Percival returned prematurely from Core City due to the faceless threat. I see. Yes, the faceless. All right. So we have to make a decision, like who we gonna join, who we gonna work with. Let's see. That's me. I don't know. I guess open this huge door. Does that seem good? Boy, got a lot of staircases here. How's everybody doing? I can look in this vase and nobody will get mad. Alright. I like how somebody snuck some bottles in there. They're like, don't worry about it. We just put stuff in there. It just happens. Alright. Oh, they've got dry erase boards. I don't know what to say about that. Okay. Hello. And this is Episcops Lydia. What's up? You come up to a slim, middle-aged woman who welcomes you to her office with an indistinct gaze. While her attractive face, marked by prominent green eyes, has an even, almost wrinkle-free appearance, her loose, deeply lined neck is an honest indicator of her true age. Her voice is calm and collected and only slightly rough on the edges. Additionally, more than one thing about her appearance and behavior seem familiar to you, but you cannot immediately figure out why. Huh. Tchort is evolution. May I help you? Evolution is Tchort. I'm Dr. Incompetent and I have some questions for you. Yes, I know exactly who you are. I am Episcopos Lydia. Welcome to my office. I have very little time to chat, so I ask of you to make your questions brief and concise as possible. Now, what is it you need? What do you do here? You mean, in a sense, what job does an Episcopos perform? If so, then the answer is simple. I oversee and manage all 3 departments within investigation. I've been in this position for, I'd say, almost 10 years, and during that time, we've had numerous achievements. Does that answer your question? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so she's the boss. Alright, so she ain't gonna help me, like, figure out which group I want to join. She's busy. Lady's busy. Alright, let's figure this out. Alright, what are you, and who are you? This is Provost Vladen. The instant you make your presence known, the 2 men turn their heads towards you. Without hesitation, the one in the highly decorated black robes, a skinny-faced man in his late 50s, addressed you with a determined yet smooth voice. Excuse me, brother, I don't know who you are, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the office. Adjudicator Azarius and I are in the middle of an important discussion, really can't afford to be interrupted. The other man, appearing to be of similar age, is quick to join in. His round, wrinkled face, which has had a stern expression ever since you came in, quickly turns red. His voice is only slightly deeper, but noticeably harsher, even a bit strained than the other man's, making him sound much more imposing. Magnificent Tchort, what's the meaning of this audacious intrusion? How dare you barge in like that? Please calm down, Adjudicator. Remember what Brother Jerry Franz told you about getting upset. Think of your health. Also, come to think of it, I believe this young man is the novitiate who retrieved the Reaching Man from the feral lunatics, which of course does not give him the right to, as you say, barge into my office, he smiles. Still, we can forgive him for this act under the assumption that it never repeats again. Correct? Yeah. If you say so, Vladden, I mean your great honor, but were this my office, an act of disrespect such as this would not be tolerated so lightheartedly, I assure you. Alright then, I guess I shouldn't just go barging around like this. I've got some problems. I have no doubt, Judicator. Now, I will ask you again politely to leave our discussion. Thank you. I thought this was the toilet. My bad. Goodbye. That's sweet. I'm sorry to have interrupted you, and I'll leave it at once. Provost, Judicator, Tchort guide you both. Apology accepted. We forget this ever happened. Alright, so let's actually do what the quest says. I was kind of like looking for Mediant Samuel, but maybe I was a little bit too presumptuous. Maybe these are the 3 different... I don't know what to say. I can't go in here. Let me see if I can go into this main area. Seek Mediant Samuel. He wishes to speak with you. Right. I am trying to find him, but this door is red. So I'll keep seeking him. Right. Alright, what do we got? And that's... Oh, there's that lady again. Okay. She's got a very nice desk. Alright, I went to the wrong place. My bad, everybody. I thought it was the toilet. Okay, here's the gym. Looking good. Yeah, they don't bench press too much around here. That's fine. I like it. Let's see. Mediant Sammy. Sammy, where you at? You over here, dude? There he is. I found Sammy. Before you even had the chance to say anything, one of the 2 men points at you and speaks in a familiar, enthusiastic voice. Dr. Incompetent, good of you to finally show up. I mean, the Mediant and I were just discussing how you retrieved the Reaching Man from the clutches of those devolved inbreds, and... The Effrader is cut short by a resolute voice coming from the other man, whose different and arguably more elaborate uniform markings introduce as someone of superior rank of the Tchortist hierarchy than Effrader Denzil. One of the symbols, an eye with 3 equidistant tentacles sprouting out of it, is similar to the one on Effrader Denzil's, barring the extra tentacle. The more tentacles, the more important you are. I'm hoping to get like 20, maybe 30 tentacles at some point. Silence, I have heard it already, and our brother already knows it from our first-hand experience. No? Dr. Incompetent, I am Mediant Samuel, the second in command of the preservation forces of the Institute of Tchort. Welcome into my office. Tchort is evolution. Evolution is Tchort. Indeed it is, brother. Now, I need you to wait a few moments for me to finish with the Effrader and send him away. This won't take long. Your nobility? Immediate? I don't understand what you mean. Send me away? You're going to clean the bathrooms, and then you're being dishonorably discharged. Let me explain it, Effrader. As soon as we're done here, you're going to take your Rassifor unit and lead them to patrol the upper UnderRail routes W1 through N5. The theft of the Reaching Man revealed how susceptible we are to having our couriers intercepted by the likes of lunatics and other inbred lowlifes. I want the area surrounding the Institute secure at all times. At all times. They really don't like inbreeding. I mean, who does? But they make it a specific point that that's their epithet of choice. Infuriation seeps from the Effrader. His body language reveals it, yet just before replying to the Mediant, he calms down, as if ice-cold water was poured on his head, with the anger washed away, what is left is but great distress. Your nobility. I worked hard with Dr. Incompetent to locate and retrieve the Reaching Man, and by worked hard I mean I asked him to do it thinking he had no shot. To bring it back for the anniversary, as is my duty to the Institute, to Aiden and Tchort. You realize that, yes, and I know you do, yet I am rewarded for my hard work by sending on a meaningless patrol? Hard work? Don't make me laugh, Ephraider. If idling away in front of the Institute gate and waiting for a passerby, a complete stranger, to ask for help constitutes as hard work, then by all means you deserve a promotion, no? Perhaps you could even replace me if that is what you desire. It is not how it happened, Median. I was really working hard. You don't know how hard. Silence. I don't want to hear another word from you, Ephraider. Do you really think that your babbling and bootlicking would make me forget how the whole situation was handled? Yes, even though the figurine is back in our hands, it is not because of you, but because of a chain of very fortunate events, and the help of Dr. Incompetent, who by the Tchort did a lot more than you. Now out. You have your orders. Tchort guides you. Overflowing with disappointment, the Ephraider leaves with a barely audible farewell. Tchort guides you, your nobility. Ooh, that guy got... You got disciplined right in front of me. Dang. Dr. Incompetent, I am really sorry you had to take part in this. Me too. I have zero tolerance for such... I don't even know how to describe it. Incompetence. Oh my gosh! Yes! The entire game has come full circle. I have zero tolerance for incompetence. Well... You're about to meet the master. You're about to meet incompetence incarnate, Median. Sammy, I'm here for you. This is the adequate term. Now you, on the other hand, are exactly the opposite. No, well... Oh, you got it all twisted, dude. You adapted yourself to the situation at hand beautifully, culled the lunatic vermin, and retrieved the valuable figurine, and achieved your goal. Oh, I called him, all right. You became a member of our beautiful institution. Perfect. Survival of the fittest at its best, no? That's right, evolution. Now, I've been dying to meet you. Not literally, of course. I'm very healthy, fit as a fiddle. Let us leave that to someone else. Yeah, I have work for you, a test, if you will, but if you had some questions before we start, feel free to ask them. Alright, let's see. We can ask a ton of questions here. Okay, what can you tell me about the West Wing? I hope her nobility Amelia didn't miss warning you about the West Wing, no? Well, now, brother, the truth is that a warning is the only concrete information that you can get regarding the West Wing. The sad truth is we don't even know what horrors exist in that wretched place, and after what happened more than 30 years ago, we weren't too eager to find out. Rat hounds. Hordes of rat hounds, led by one they call the Rat Hound Alpha. It's the worst group of enemies you could possibly imagine. Why, I believe there was even a muty dog thrown in there, though I've never seen one myself. What happened 30 years ago? Actually, they already told me. It's a long story. I did. But what can you tell me about the Faceless? Oh, the Faceless, our arch nemesis. They are. From the very beginnings of the Institute, the Faceless were poking their augmented noses into our business to try to hamper our progress. They're violent, cannot be reasoned with, they don't even have free will. I'm not over-exaggerating. They never show any emotion or independence, they just call. We know it, we've seen it. They seem to give you a lot of trouble, but let's not talk about that. Alright, dude. Give me the job. Well, actually, no, tell me about the Preservation. Preservation is one of the Institute's divisions, the one concerned with preserving Tchort. This Institute and all its members, our Raciphors, are among the best trained troops in UnderRail, only we haven't had the chance to show it to outsiders. How do you become a Raciphor? You gotta play the saxophone? First thing is dedication to the Institute and its ideology. Oh, I'm so dedicated. I'm like completely dedicated. Without it, everything else becomes meaningless. Second is hard work. I'm hardworking, and rigorous training. Without it, one will not be able to perform their duties. Third and final is adaptation to any and all situations that Raciphors might encounter. I adapt the situations to my psionic abilities. It works pretty well for me. I'm happy about it. Alright. I think that covers everything. You're good. What you got? What your job is? Yes, I could see you're interested in becoming part of Preservation, no? Yeah, I'd just like to see what my options are. There's much to be done in the Institute. Very smart. The Institute is indeed a place of possibilities, and I can understand you have so much more to learn and so many options to consider. Allow me time to present one to you, and let's see what you think of it. I have a simple job for you. You are aware of the destructive force that was the recent earthquake? Oh yeah. It did terrible damage throughout UnderRail. Unfortunately, the Institute wasn't spared from its wrath either. One of the walls in our utility section a couple of levels below has collapsed, revealing a passage to the long-abandoned Harpocrates station. Minor damage to all things considered, which is lucky for us. However, it poses a security risk, as you may have already guessed. It was actually recently discovered, for the breach happened in one of the locked rooms no one entered for a long time. We hadn't noticed it happen until, well, I can't remember who it was, but someone went in there and witnessed the chaos. Good memory. Naturally, a Rassifor unit was dispatched to scan the area, and it was free of threats at the time. When we later checked some of the old plans, however, we noticed that Utility Station 7, west of the main hall, has a long tunnel leading somewhere far away. Pipeline goes through it, so the plans show, but I'm worried about something else coming through. You understand me? Like the Beast? I know about the Beast. Continue. I need someone to explore that section and secure it. Someone, he smiles. Alright, cool, dude. I'll check it out. Just tell me how to get there. Go down the stairs by Aiden's library and you'll see a couple of Rassifors. They'll give you the key and let you through the station. Sweet. There's another set of chairs further to the right, but don't go there. It's a utility area which suffered a few gas leaks after the earthquake and is currently unsafe. Okay. That's all for now, brother. Come back once you're sure that the area is secure. Tchort guides you. Alright, dude. Tchort guides you too. Okay, so Tentacle Man for you, Tentacle Man for me. Now, I spoke to Mediant Samuel about joining Preservation, which is one of the Institute's divisions, but I don't know if I do this if I'm, like, locked into Preservation, or if I should go talk to the other groups first. They kind of asked me to go talk to him, so I don't know if this is, like, the first check, and then I get to see what my options are. It looks like this won't be committing me to join Preservation, although, I could be wrong about that. I'm wrong about a lot of things. Let's see. Is this the East Wing? Man, this place is enormous. Goodness gracious. It's bigger than Core City. Alright, what's up here? What you got? And we got classrooms. Oh god, with little desks built on the chairs. Well, now I'm upset. What you got going on? You training people in here? Not really. I hear something, like a cat. That's not good. Where are these cat sound effects coming from? I don't know. Let me check your vase. Are there any, Oh, there's the cat right there. Minister Percival, alright. Well, Minister Percival doesn't look like one of the head honchos of, Investigation. And I don't think I'm in the right place for this at all. Alright, whatever. Fine, fine. This ain't the right area. I'm out. I'm out. You hear me? I'm looking in your bases. I don't care. Are there any oddities? You got any oddities? Want to buy oddities? No oddities. I need about 50 of them and I can level up. You understand how close I am? Alright. There's a minister. There's an investigator. There's a vase. And that is a long shotgun barrel. That's one heck of a barrel. We'll just keep that next to the computers, and looks good to me. They love their bottles here. Oh, this guy is an Urkixafor, man. Tell you what. Is there... I would love it if there was a separate map of the Institute, but there really isn't, unfortunately. And this is the physics laboratory. Okay, can I go in here? And there's an investigator and an assistant. Alright, well this... Oh, looks like they have some kind of reactor or like a collider. Everything is going great here. Investigator Kiro. The thin man seems uninterested in you at first glance, as his facial expression doesn't change at all when he notices you trying to start a conversation, and his body language doesn't differ. But what you also find peculiar is the fact that he almost never breaks eye contact, but maintains it during the whole conversation. Luckily, he blinks at regular intervals, or else the mechanical stare would seem even more awkward. Also, it comes as no surprise that his tone of voice is as flat as his excitement for the conversation he's engaged in. Tchort is evolution. I'm Investigator Kiro. Who are you? Evolution is Tchort, brother. I'm Dr. Incompetent. I wanted to ask you some questions. No problem at all. What's on your mind? If I'm in need of some high-tech gadgetry and components, I guess this would be the right place to ask. There are components and devices I may be able to offer you for purchase, but I must have P.I. Steff's permission before I can actually do so. You can go ask him. Oh, where can you find him? He's in the double doors. Alright, goodbye. Double doors. Alright. I don't know. I don't know if I should be doing this, talking to this guy. What's up, Chef? The investigator seems to have just finished typing something on his keyboard when you walked in. The final keystroke coincides with you coming to a halt before him. He was playing asteroids. He lifts his head and observes you through his glasses and instantly notices one detail, that there is a smudge on them. Naturally, he removes his glasses, picks up a handkerchief from his drawer, and begins wiping the lens clean. As he's doing so, the conversation begins. Tchort is evolution. I haven't seen you before, brother, and you must be here to either appreciate the light show produced by our resident transformer or to do some scientific investigation. Either is acceptable. I'm Principal Investigator Steff, but please just call me Steff. You are Evolution is Tchort. I'm Dr. Incompetent. I have no objections. What do you have? What can you tell me about this department? This is the Department of Physics, and that's exactly what we do here, physics. We have our little lab and our own personal particle accelerator, and even have our hands free to do whatever we desire. We perform tests, experiments, make new discoveries in an attempt to further aid this institution and its goals. Sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, physics is fun. Apex, and don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. I suppose the only downside is it sometimes tends to be underappreciated. I feel, you know, by the other departments, like physicists play with their own toys, blah, blah, blah. Pardon me, but it can get on my nerves. Okay. Do you have any work you need help with? His face suddenly turns grim. Interesting choice of words. How so? I mentioned it was interesting because of a young Rassifor who came to me with those exact same words you just spoke. I mean, he was interested in what we do here and he wished to help. His name is Pavel. At that time of his arrival, the departure was testing a terahertz or a T-ray emitter and would allow us to perform through-wall imaging. I hope you're able to understand how useful such a technology could be. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Just imagine. Better leave the long talk for later and return to Rassifor Pavel. He was a man who clearly missed his call, a member of the preservation forces who had more interest in scientific investigation than anything else. He would often drop by our lab and was, no doubt about it, genuinely interested in all the wonders of physics. Some 2 days ago, he dropped by the lab and found out the full possibilities of through-wall imaging, which made him more interested and excited. I told him about needing to somehow test the emitter in a very active environment, and since the West Wing had been reopened, he personally volunteered to go there and plant the device. I thought it was too dangerous, and, well, now I asked him how he was going to do it without me and Samuel finding out, but he convinced me he had a plan and everything was going to be Apex. Well, I guess I sent him to his doom, for he hasn't returned still, and I regret ever accepting that risk in the first place. I'll go look for him if you'd like me to. No, I'm not sending anyone else there. I made that awful mistake the first time. Pardon me. He just insisted so much. He really wished for his technology to work. So much, in fact, he was willing to risk his life. I don't want you to risk yours or anyone else's. I'm not a rookie. I can handle myself. If Pavel's alive, then he's probably hurt and unable to return on his own. By the Tchort, this is all so messed up. Go then. Go to the West Wing. Should you find him, bring him back. If there's anything to bring back, the emitter is not important, but returning it wouldn't be frowned upon. I'll keep it for myself. Tchort guide you. I'm on my way. Tchort guide you. All right. So I've got some other jobs. That I can do. Okay. So we're making progress. We're doing some great stuff here. We got West Wing work, and we got library work. Let's see what you got. Okay. What is this? This is the chemistry lab. Oh, so we could be part of the chems. All right, let's see where the top dog chemist is. Probably in this room. There he is. Georges. As he notices you, the man in the white lab coat closes a folder he was straining to read and greets you with a firm handshake. His bloodshot eyes are drowning in fatigue. Something was rubbing his eyes, which he performs from time to time. Simply cannot remove, but only can relieve for a bit. Still, he appears alert and focused enough, and above all, friendly during your conversation. I don't think this is the place where the guy from the Black Sea expedition, the scientist guy, the coffee man, was educated. He was educated in upper UnderRail, I think. But anyway. Oh, hello, brother. Tchort is Evolution. Tchort is Evolution. I'm Principal Investigator Georges, and I run the Department of Chemistry, a part of the investigation, in case you didn't know. What's up, dude? Evolution is Tchort. I'm looking for some work. I helped Denzil. Yep, I did. You got that right. Interest in becoming an investigator? This is Apex. Excellent. Institute of Tchort welcomes young and prosperous men such as yourself. You know, an old quote by illustrious Iden just sprang to my mind. Tchortists are like nucleotides from which DNA is composed. Small building blocks that together form something truly great. Actions of each That's a great quote. That's horrible. Actions of each individual lead to the creation of something better. Every piece of the puzzle is important. Every one. Every space one. If you're willing to become a piece just like the rest of us, then together we will complete the puzzle. Yes. In any case, I have some work just for you. Let's do it. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Right, I currently need someone to help with two things. First, it's related to an experimental chemical weapon, a pistol to be precise, that needs some combat testing. Judging from your recent history of lunatic decimation, you shouldn't have trouble with this one, those feral creatures. Anyway, the second is related to a matter of locating and retrieving research data from our department that our department would find incredibly useful. It would require you to leave the Institute building. I haven't left the building since I got here. It was around 85, if I remember correctly, at the time of the Core City riots, so I don't know how much outside has changed, and therefore how much my directions will be accurate. Oh, God. You still interested? Tell me more about the data you need. Right. Let me tell you about the old Biocore facility. Oh, I've been to Hectate Research Outpost. I bet I actually have what he needs. Which exists somewhere in lower UnderRail. It's a small facility which usually wouldn't be worthy of our time. Usually, we, Institute of Tchort, have recently acquired a document which suggests that some interesting data on protein design can be found there. Apparently, they did some projects there, and well, if they were able to identify any novel sequences, it could be of great use. I love this. I do have it. Therefore, I would like you to visit this place and snoop around and see what you can find. If something can be found, the facility is located somewhere in the east of Core City. We don't have an exact location, but shouldn't be too far away from it. So what do you say? You interested? And I am. As a matter of fact, I've already been there and have the data here. You what? Oh, that is Apex, brother. I'll send this right through to my assistants. I don't do any work. And this is for you, brother. He gives you 300 Stygian coins. I'll mention this to Episcopos Lydia at the next symposium. Have no fear. Listen, if you keep this up, you might have a good future in investigation, honestly. Tell me more about the pistol. The pistol, somewhere around year 97, we were approached by Preservation about helping them design a more advanced chemical weapon than what was available at the time, something truly Apex. You see, Harmos Starvos desired all RAS-4 expeditions in the deep caverns to be equipped with several chemical weapons per combat unit during the time down there. The reasons for that were of logistical nature. A combat unit could use naturally occurring caustic chemicals, acids, which are abundant in the deep caverns, can be obtained from living or environmental sources, and be self-sufficient ammunition-wise, therefore maintaining constant combat capability. They could kill forever. Go on, which brings us to XAL-001. That's short for Experimental Acid Launcher. It offers great improvement in terms of fire rate and ergonomics over all available models currently in use, and we're planning further attachments to increase capacity and help the processing of raw chemicals in the field, yada yada. To sum it up, we believe it's Apex, and what do you need me to do? Listen. While we're pleased so far with the prototype turned out, it still needs more field testing before it can finally enter production. That's where you come in. I need you to test the weapon, preferably on lunatics or the faceless. You have sufficiently dealt with the former in the past, so I have no doubt that you'll enjoy the work. That's sadistic. Bottom line is, if you're interested, I can give you the XL right at this very moment, so you can test it with the guidance of Tchort, of course. I don't really want to do that, because I'm going to miss. I'm going to be terrible with it. But I'll test it for you. Sure, fine. Thanks. Here's some ammo. I'd like you to abuse the weapon. That is the goal of this test. Also, if anyone bothers you at the main entrance, just tell them you're performing weapon tests for Principal Investigator Georges. For how long do I need to use it? The longer the better. Remember, the weapon is designed for use in extreme conditions, so abuse it appropriately. Once you think the weapon is up to par with the task, let us know. All right. See you later. Good luck. Okay, so I got some kind of death pistol that's probably going to kill me in the process, and I'm never going to hit anything with it, but I wonder if I can use it enough to at least get him the data that he seeks. Probably not. Alright, let's go down here. Now where am I? What is this? This is the genetics laboratory. Okay. So we found ourselves in the genetics area, and this would be the final branch of investigation that we can choose from. Right. So I'm doing that, and I have these. I have looks like Mediate Samuel is not part of one of the, well, maybe there are. Maybe there's like 4 departments of investigation, and this would be the 4th. So we need to talk to genetics people, and then we need to go start doing some questing to see how that goes, and we'll get into that next time. This is a good place to stop, as this place is just massive, and there's so much to read and understand, and I want to take my time. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent evening or day, and I'll check you next time when we learn more about what horrifying secrets are being pursued here in the Institute. Take care.